That's excellent. Let's just get the profile, the round shot. This is my purple rainbow sphere. Recording from the site of Boadicea's last stand. The surge of the ancient Britons against the Treaty of Rome. And on the other side, the other den of iniquity. No, thank you dear. Cheers darling. Good to you. Purple rainbow.
A lot of wars about different tribes fighting. We're asking the multicultural mixed tribes of this ancient Avalon, England, to unite, the ancient tribes of Africa to unite, the ancient European cultures to unite, and the ancient United States of the Holy Land unite. And from this Holy Land to the Holy Land we ask for a holy ceasefire and to have international meetings and mediations. We've heard Tony Blair, our ex-Prime Minister, has become a mediator, and we need an international day of forgiveness, because we're hoping he could forgive himself for allowing a number of our young men to be unnecessarily sent to war again to make money. So we're asking for this change of consciousness for the United States of the world. This is 1 o'clock news at the great ancient wheel, asking us to turn the evolution of our history into the real story. People have had enough. Funerals, graveyards, refugee villages. I've just been across there for a sandwich and a coffee, and a lady from New York City says that we need toilet aid. Desperate need for recycling of our sanitation all across the world, in these refugee villages, poor areas all across the world, but even in posh areas that are not enough toilet facilities. So for all our evolutionary education, we have to get back to basics. So we're asking politicians all around the world to get back to basics and have international toilet aid. We're going to walk across the bridge to the Great Lion. If you're interested in any of these historical stories, there are various websites, Black History, International History, mythological history websites that you can find more of these legends. And if you YouTube, Google dolphin, you'll find a lot of dolphin links, whale links, lion links. We work in harmony together, tribe and animal and animals, and we have to find a way of stopping, we've noticed, mass culling, where people are dying or being slaughtered or being sacrificed before their time. And then we find that on a lot of our dolphin statues, they're memorials to young men who were brave enough, or were they stupid enough? Well, we're not that stupid, that's what we're trying to tell global, internationally. Human beings want to evolve and they want to live in peace. And they want to go on holiday. Look at all these people. The biggest and most popular job on earth now is the leisure and tourist industry. And all along our river up here now are hotels, restaurants, music places, theatre places. And it's Planet Holiday. We've got Hollywood boats, but we've got Planet Holiday taxis, and we've got Planet Restaurant. Do the dolphin rebel and refuse to be a violent animal or a sacrificial animal? Good human beings. Stay at home. Make love, not war. Love is our only weapon. our only weapon is love. We're very pleasurable creatures. Look at all these funny creatures now from all over the world on holiday.
Go down, now we can go down to the Tower of London.
Over here we have the big medical centre where I had my son, Leonardo. Comes from a great long line of ship's captains. Captain Ramsay from Scotland and Captain Pattison from New Zealand. All great ship's captains who travelled the South Seas, the Caribbean islands. And we call him Leonardo. A great image of African culture coming to the European culture and helping our pride as international people. The dolphin, the whale and the lion being a symbol of pilgrimage, ancestry, pride and travel, where we actually take the best of each culture. And my great father, who was a farm consultant, walked the great hills of Cornwall, Devon, Wiltshire, where they sheep farm, cow farm, pigs and chickens. We interact with animals and farmland and bring the produces up to London. We've walked along this great river, so I wish him a great and happy new year as we journey now to the great lion himself. He stands as an image to our international culture. Jubilee, but I do think that she must acknowledge the world's come from abroad, from India, from Egypt, from Arabia, from Africa, and because this is an international dolphin port, that it is an image of all the artifacts, the art, the music, there has been an interaction from all around the world, and that this symbol we take, which is African or Indian, the fact that we do share an African and Indian artifact to keep our city alive, to keep our country oasis and an international port for an international, and when we were a great civilization went round the world, there should be a great sense of apology given a misunderstanding of any wrongdoing to nations, Aboriginal and traditional, from one culture to another, for an International Day of History and Forgiveness, so that any of these revengeful warfares and unnecessary thievings and stealings and bargainings can be recorrected. There are a number of artifacts currently in the British Museum with the gifts, but there are also stolen artifacts, and I do believe that American Indians, Aboriginals and African traditional people and Egyptians are beginning to ask for these artifacts back. If some of the colonial Europeans had taken them without permission, and most of our land right wars have been given and done by assuming that one nation is more stupider than another. Therefore they are gullible. Well, we're not gullible, and we are apologetic. However, we need to have international meetings with traditional elders of lands and recorrect the holy lands of the United States of Australasia, Africa, America and the Holy Land, so that we don't have unnecessary tribal warfare between Christian, Muslim and tribal groups, and have terrible amounts of peoples in suffering poverties. So when we call him the lion from Zion, the lion of Judah to come and bring us pride as all multicultural community. We call the rainbow, we call freedom, and we ask the British to understand that international mixed culturalism, as we said at Tavistock Square, from Northern Africa, from Algeria, Morocco, from Spain into the Cornish, Devon coasts, from the Viking Saxon and the ancient Celtic Boadicea tribes. We are not one nation, we are multi-nation, we are one nation. And at 1 o'clock at Westminster, I'd like to say one love to you from the lion, from the dolphin gate.